And we're back. It's early over here, and it's early in San Francisco. What's up, Sneh? How are you doing today?
Good, man. How about you?
Good. I'm excited because we've updated our buy-side portal for advertisers, and I love that we have all these new features. And I've always said that buyers are tired of buying estimated impressions, right? And maybe you can show some of these new features, how we can buy audiences, and you can actually look for the people that you want to see your ad in the real world on our platform.
Absolutely. More than happy to show you guys the innovation that we're bringing to the buy side now. So this is our Trillboards advertiser portal. You can go to trillboards.com/ads and make free account. To create a campaign's really easy. All you have to do is hit new campaign, and you can drop in your creative. You can generate one, two. You can pick your location, and either you can let the system, disperse the impressions, just like how, Google AdWords lets you just say disperse the impressions, or you can get more custom with it too and select specific screens. So with selecting screens, what we've done is we don't only have you pick screens, out of the blue. We let you build very specific audiences. Let's say I want to do a campaign that targets men in San Francisco from ages 38 to 50. High household income, let's say 200K plus, Asian American, and gym goers. Something just really niche and specific.
That is very specific.
Well, we actually have, as you can see, the number of screens drops off tremendously because we actually can measure that specific audience for you. And within a few seconds, you can just draw a lasso around your audience and screens that fit your very specific criteria, add them to your buy, and you'll get an match strength that you picked an age, income, culture, lifestyle, etc. You'll get a breakdown of the exact buckets that you're going to be targeting. You can even day part it as well, so that you can understand how does my audience change through the day. And then you can go book it, easy peasy. So you can take one of your campaigns that you created and go to the payment details, pick how many impressions you want to serve. You don't have to serve all of these impressions. This is the max amount of impressions we can serve, and you're good to go. You can just check out via Stripe right after, and pay with credit card or anything like that too. We can also go back and generate invoices as well if you want. So let's try a different audience now. Let's go ahead and try something like grad degree, families with children, office professionals that are also renters because nobody can afford houses in San Francisco. And I only want, very high impression screens. So let's see. Cool. I got 59 total screens for that. Then we can go ahead, draw a lasso. Let's say we only want to geofence it to this area, right? Let's add it to the buy and then book the campaign. We can also day part how we want to, book this campaign too. Let's just say we want to do it from only 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., right? Because this is when kids are, going to be out of school, and then you're off to the races. You're able to book signage super easily. You can export plans and all of that stuff too. And yeah, then after your campaign's run, you can get analytics on how your campaigns are performing, tracking how many people they're reaching. As you guys might remember, Trillboards actually measures what's going on around the screen. So at any given time, these are our screens. We can actually measure the Bluetooth Low Energy, IPv4, MDNS, the kind of data that Placer AI or Geopath Purview buy. We captured first party, so we then can give you back exact metrics on how much your foot traffic increased, how many more people visited your lease line, time of day they visited. So when you shop with us, you not only get your impressions delivered, proof of play, all of that, you also get a post-attribution campaign study as well, so that because you spent this money, what did it do to help your brand grow?
Would you say, I mean, this is one of the pet peeves I see. I see a lot of people, especially younger buyers that don't have a lot of experience. They traditionally, when they use different systems, it's disconnected, right? The metrics are coming from one place. They have to go log out, log into a different platform. There's not a lot of self-serve platforms out there that bring everything into one place. So they're a media buyer. They just ran a campaign. They don't have to wait 2 weeks. They get all the information right now. Would you say that's like the one big differentiator that we're bringing to the market? We're connecting all these different endpoints?
Absolutely. I think, we go as far as doing the entire media plan for you. For example, if you want, like we'll give you the brief and everything too, but we'll think about it for you and, help you come up with the mix of media to, do your goal. We prepare these briefs for you so that you can share it with your team, share it with your CFO, CMO, and just look good in front of your boss. My main goal here is we want to make you look as good as possible to your org. We want to tell you why this is important. We're a tech company, but I'm not here to give you a bunch of tech jargon. I'm here to help you achieve your goals, and we'll give you delivery that you can audit, attention that we actually measure, and then after the flight, we'll give you the post-attribution study too, tell you how many people you reached, how much did your brand grow, and what other, interesting results did we notice while your campaign was running. We have a design partner that we can work with too, make creatives. So it's the full service package. All you need to do is just tell us the goal. What do you want to happen for your media goals? And we'll come and we'll make this proposal for you every time.
I feel like that's a hell of a package, and it answers a lot of the questions I had. So again, I'm a CRO, I'm a media buyer, I'm an ad agency. We're a small agency. We don't have a media buying agency. I'm on the fence about testing new ad tech. What is the single biggest reason that I should run my next campaign with Trillboards? I mean, I think you just answered it. That's simple to use, but is there any other reason that would just say, hey, I'm going to test this today?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're collecting first-party data about what's happening around the screen. So you guys might remember from the previous video, we use PII Safe Edge AI to actually measure how many people are looking at your ad for how long. So if you run a campaign with us, what I'll tell you is what I told the Nationwide, which is exactly how many people saw their ad for how long. So, I ran this Nationwide ad 158 times. I can go back to Nationwide and give them, I know exactly how many people saw your ad, for how long, what was their emotional engagement, how many screens did it run on, what was the audience, engagement, interest. So we're not, buying data from other people to go give you this info. If your campaign runs in our owned and operated inventory, you get this data firsthand. We measure it. The device measures it. It's not hand waved. It's actual truth. So that's one. It's that we go beyond proof of play. We give you proof of presence so that you can understand who you're actually hitting. We'll give you information about who saw your campaign out of home so that you can retarget them again on CTV, social, web, and mobile, which we can, help you do too, because we can buy those mediums as well. And finally, we help you target audiences for goals. We're not just selling you impressions and calling it a day. We're selling you a very specific impression so that you can have people, come into your store, book more meetings with you, buy your product more. We want to help you grow. That's the main thing.
I feel like 10 years ago, it would have taken 4 or 5 people in the office at an agency to do everything you're doing by yourself right now, getting everything in one place. I mean, it seems so efficient. I welcome anybody who hasn't tested this platform to test us out. Check it out. And last question before we end. I know privacy is a massive concern for brands today. And we talked about Sense Anything and our Edge AI. How do we gather such hyper accurate audience data without ever storing it or recording personal media? I mean, I think that's a big question from some of the viewers of the last video.
Absolutely. So I want to give a shout out to Google. We're a part of their startup program. So they have an awesome model called Gemma 4 that we've trained on top of. We take the smallest model they have so we can fit it on regular Android devices that have 4 gigs of RAM. And we use it so on the device, we do all of the measurement. So it doesn't know who you are. It's not saying I'm Snay. It just says I'm a single male looking at the camera wearing a black turtleneck with shelves and wall decor. We'll just get an estimated age, gaze. We'll just get structured data about the demographic, which is, I think, a lot less creepy than cookies or tracking people's household IPs, which a lot of other companies do. This is just based on, what you're wearing or your vibe, what's the audience? And then that's what we then aggregate over time so that you get
I love that you use the word vibe. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we then, aggregate this kind of data over time. Again, this doesn't have names or anything. It's just like actually measured age, gender, life stage, etc. It can count the amount of items that exist. Like I have a cat tree, so it always picks up cat trees. And what we're trying to help you figure out is what kind of creatives do best where. We want buying out of home, CTV out of home, to feel like buying social, because you have such a fast feedback loop. You can figure out what's working, what's not working, and then quickly change your direction on that. And I think the problem with buying out of home or CTV right now, it feels like you're launching a rocket. If it doesn't land, it's like catastrophic. We want this to feel more like driving a car, where you can make small changes in your direction and it feels smooth, something you can do every day and become an expert at. People are experts at buying on Meta because there's a fast feedback loop. And that's what we're trying to do with a more data-driven and analytical approach to this industry.
It seems so easy to use, and we keep adding features. I'm constantly learning about new things that we added every week, which I love about this job. And I love how your mind thinks, that you make things intuitive so that somebody who's never driven a car can just pop in and they learn how to drive very quickly. The CTV, the digital home, the mobile, the retargeting, these are all great features. We're going to keep at this. We're just going to keep telling everybody about all the cool features that we're adding to the platform. So check it out. It's our advertiser portal. It's at trillboards.com. I know you're a busy man, but every day I'm seeing amazing things in this, and I'm very, very happy. So I guess I'll check you later.
Awesome. Talk soon. Bye, Joel.
Bye, buddy.